somebody who's never
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy, had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar, a straight-up omelet bar. And now look, my former intern's tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
If that's really a thing, and I get authorized to do it once, it's pretty much going to be me sitting there talking shit, like, constantly.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
You said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Anyways, thank you all for joining us this Monday. Right now, a pardon for the tardiness. We're kind of like I don't want to be like too freaking over ecstatic and over happy, and you know just start going nuts about a lot of things going on right now. But currently, we are broadcasting on 12 different platforms as we speak, and Epstein didn't kill himself. So with that, we are broadcasting on Stitcher, iHeartRadio, CastBox, Mixcloud, TuneIn, Player FM, iVoox, Watch Mixer, Periscope, which is here on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Mobe Crush, and of course on WTFNationRadio.com. Go ahead and hit the play button, and then of course ArmyWTFMoments.com on the WTF Nation Radio tab. Woo! Loaded. And of course, all the podcasts and everything that you're hearing right now will be loaded up onto Google Play and, of course, backed up on all those systems that we just talked about. And you can go on Apple Podcasts. They changed iTunes anymore. iTunes is different. Epstein didn't kill himself. But it's now Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Apple TV, and Apple Books, instead of the drama. So now I can see all of you guys on one chat, except for U.S. Army WTF Moments, because that is excuse me, that's their chat. Yeah, it's their chat. There is their own stuff right there. So it's yeah, that's a lot of platforms, Scott. Exactly, man. So exactly. Most of those are broadcasting to our audience. Remember, Paul from Nepal. I pronounce his name. He sent me how to pronounce it. G something from Taipei in Hong Kong. We have the individuals that are listening to us in Thailand, Big Book Laos, and then of course Australia, and of course across the pond, and the Western Hemisphere, which is all of South America and Mexico. So yeah, the WTF Nation Radio and the WTF Nation, the global network of the WTFers, are it's everywhere. We're everywhere. Isn't that crazy, dude?
That is crazy.
That's freaking...
And the best part is now people all over the world know Epstein didn't kill himself.
Specifically because of that. Everybody
and taxation is theft. Throw that in there too.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly right, Branko. Didn't kill himself. So that's incredible. A lot of the stuff is a lot of work with you guys. All the donations that you guys and gals have donated to the WTFNationRadio.com. If you go to the right bottom corner of the page, you'll see a little PayPal link. That's what pays for all this. That's what pays for all this joints. All this stuff right here, all this mad tech, all the subscriptions and all this other stuff. It's you. You guys are the stuff. You guys are the credentials. You guys are the stockholders of WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments' voice. I love it. This is awesome. So this is one of those things to where we can totally relate with y'all and hang out and give this to you, because you guys, you know, like what was that Gunny Hartman said? you eat it, they're paying for it. About the jelly donut, Epstein didn't kill himself. So I'm just saying, of excellence. But anyways, so today on the Twitter sphere, all right, look, there's some arguing going on about the term boomer, and then everyone's look. I'm gonna tell you right now, my children's. There's an influencer on YouTube. His name's PewDiePie. You've heard of the guy, right? He's the guy that he's a big gamer. Everyone, if I had known that individuals would pay money to watch me play video games, I would have retired from the army earlier and knocked out that little niche. So he's told the youth that anybody over 40 or 30, like everyone over 40 or something like that, is basically a boomer. Which is taking the term baby boomer a little bit too loosely, because those are the older generations that are older than me. So now, if you do anything that makes the youth and the young, the youths and the young make you feel old, you're called a boomer. Dad, stop being such a boomer. Hey, I know how to work Facebook. No, Dad, do you know how to do this? I'm not really a boomer, but okay, whatever. But anyways, I was just. I cannot. I will say that how do I say this? I will say that the term does not offend me, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Holly? That's right, Hong Kong strong, Ari. Epstein still didn't kill himself. The whole thing with that is that I don't understand how people of that age. It used to be kind of like, isn't that like kind of like a badge of honor? To kind of like say that To kind of say, how do I say, just to say that you're being old is good. Being old means you have survived, hardship, right? Isn't that what youth and skill type shit? Age like fine wine.
I thought so, but it kind of depends on the term. I've always kind of hoped to get to that point where I'm not doing dumb shit anymore. Fuck. But yeah, I thought it was kind of a term of endearment there for a bit. Now it's kind of turned into a derogatory term. I think it's like he's calling us hookers or something. Right.
I don't understand. I see the things that with boomer, the name boomer, the title of boomer. You ever see the there's a bunch of memes out there. Hell, I even posted it on my page. I think I tweeted it out as well. Some of my soldiers know that always fear a man who what's that saying? A guy who was that? Always fear an old man who was in a profession where young men die, or something like that. And they're still alive. So I get that. I get that a lot. But it used to be something like to say you're like an old sage, or you're like Yoda or something like that. You're like straight fucking. It's like it was good to be wise. Age meant something. There was a guy on Twitter that's flipping the hell out about the fact that, and I'm glad, because guess what? We're on Twitter right now, so that hopefully the individual's hearing this. He's flipping out, and he's saying that it's a racial epithet. He's saying calling somebody boomer is the equivalent of saying the N-word. And I'm thinking, dude, no, it's not. Being called boomer, I thought it was like a term of endearment. It's like freaking, I don't know, it's like old guys rule, age like fine wine. Overcome youth and age and treachery will always overcome youth and skill. I'm gonna have to throw these hands. I'm gonna bitch slap you. So here's my version of social media is driving up to your house and beating the shit out of you, or shit like that. It was always kind of like a badge of honor to say that you're old. Having gray hair, hell, women like older men too. That's a lot there, man. So needless to say, it's kind of like somebody's like really, really, and Tim Kennedy said it best. He's getting fucking tired of this damn outrage crap, and Nick Palmachano says the same thing too. God, all we need to chill out on this shit. Everybody needs to chill out. To where now all of a sudden now old people are butthurt. It used to be, damn millennials, you stupid millennials. Millennials this and millennials that, and millennials this with a football bat because Epstein didn't kill himself. And whatever happening, everyone now old people are going to be like put in that. Hey, don't speak for us old people, okay? Please don't speak for us. You don't speak for us oldies. You know what I'm saying? Old boomers and like that. There's been a law passed now, ordained by the panel of expert sergeant majors. I, as a sergeant major myself, I was able to put in a point of order to get this knocked out, to get a new term, a new vernacular right now. And it was actually passed. It was actually passed by the sergeant major experts. The sergeant major experts, because they were talking about, hey, zombie booming and stuff like that. And then I said, hey, ordained by the panel of, sergeant majors. As a fellow sergeant major, I request a pointed order to add to the vernacular of the sergeant major lexicon, with all privileges, caveats, behooving and piggybacking on what the commander said, blessed be lethality, so say we of excellence, boomin'. And boomin' means that you're acting like an old idiot or something like that. You're booming or something like that. Stop being so booming. Why you booming, Radar? You're acting old and cranky and yelling at the clouds and shit. Because that whole tweet that I did, that whole tweet series, I was really bullshitting and kind of like trolling the guys. Come on, you guys know I'm a psyoper. It's my job to agitate and light up freaking dumpster fires. It's my job, because physical wounds heal. But Epstein's neck didn't. So everyone's jumping on this. Hey, Ken, shut up! You freaking WTF guy! Why are you going on the booming thing? I was really just joking around. I love watching the Twitter atmosphere. The reason why I'm really picking on Twitter right now is because we're up on Twitter. All the systems that we have done now have correct. We are now ready to go into the next phase of WTF 2050. You know how every military has we're Army Vision 2020, Army 2040, or something. Airsoft 2050.
I thought they were just doing the 2020 because they didn't want to give up them stupid glasses no more.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude. I was like, what? Give me a freaking break, dude. So now we're going into so we have our own vision. So WTF Vision 2050. We are now going to be on. Our goal is to be we want to be in your homes. When we say, and we did this last time, I know Red Leg was on here and it got everybody freaked out. Alexa, tune into WTF Nation Radio. And we activated everybody's Alexa. Cortana, activate WTF Nation Radio. And we had everybody's Cortana, had everybody's Alexa stuff going on. So while everyone's trying to, figure out if that really is working, hopefully you're, I have some friends that have that Alexa stuff up and literally you can yell across the house and Alexa will pick it up. So we'll see if that works. Alexa, what is WTF Nation Radio? Alexa, tune into WTFNationRadio.com. Alexa, log into WTFNationRadio.com and hit the play button of excellence. But at any rate, so everyone's getting all mad about this boomer stuff. I really don't care. I don't. I just think it's funny that everyone's getting butthurt about this stuff. Now the panel of sergeant majors have said it's now law, as ratified by moi and the WTF Nation. So to provide an example, then when your crusty CSM says, y'all young soldiers be twittering and TikToking, what happened to a good old newspaper? The response will be, damn, Sergeant Major sure is booming today. There you go. We have solved the problems of all. So everyone gets butthurt about that stuff, and then it's just shit. Then you're right. It is true, Ellis. It is really fucking. Boomers are OU fans. See, everyone's saying about that. I didn't know that. I'm not really a OU fan, but anyways, okay. So straight up, Scott with the Behoovens. Alexa, did Epstein kill himself? Exactly. It is, Ellis. It's really easy to freaking troll on Twitter. It really is. It's if there's any thin skin that is there, then that's the place to do it. Hey, what's up, Tyrone Lannister? I have not seen you. I've not seen you in a long time. How you been? Tyrone Lannister, my man, Tyrone Lannister. How you been? You've not given us a Game of Thrones update in forever, Tyrone. God, so glad. What's that? Alexa needs more sexy voice. Alexa, turn off the lights. You know what? You can now can't you get like Michael Jackson? God. And he'll be like, hee hee. Can't you get like Samuel Jackson on there now? Can you get him on there?
Oh, I hope so. I haven't installed a wiretap in my house yet.
Yeah, my house is tapped, so it's bug tapped and all that stuff. It's under constant surveillance. Just gotta live with it. Got nothing to hide, so I don't care. Bring it. Oh, it really did work. Oh, okay, cool, Pip. It really did work. Awesome. Good. Yeah, that's awesome. See, it works. Yeah, exactly. Alexa needs to have like our voices or something like that. Alexa, turn off the lights. Turning off the lights. Oh yeah. Have like a have a how do you? That's how you ship the last layer of a man's manhood is Twitter. That you know actually that's like if you look at the skin, there's an epidermal layer and then there's the Twitter layer. It's like the clear skin that's right above that. Once you break that, you hit the Twitter layer of your skin. I wonder how many people are gonna like freaking ban me or saying that this is hate speech or whatever, because everybody knows it's hate speech to say that Epstein didn't kill himself. But at any rate, so yeah, I just thought that was funny. That was just something that was like people were kind of like, dude, are you really gonna say that? Are you really going off on the dude? It's funny. I really think that it's funny that now old people, now everyone's that's it. The final tier of an offense that everyone can get pissed off. Yeah, exactly. Get Quagmire's voice. Hey, Truth Arm Recruiting, how you been? Exactly that. All right. As soon as the light goes off. Alexa, no, we just call it Quagmire. Quagmire, turn off the lights. All right.
Giggity.
Giggity. Or have your favorite president. I'd have W. You know me. Gotta has the W. Like straight up. W, turn off the lights. We'll bring the lights of justice. Oh man, do you have a Twitter account?
Radar? Do I?
Yeah, do you have a Twitter account?
Not a Radar one. I have a personal one, but I'm never on it. I'm never on Twitter. I should get on it. I've been doing this weird. I've been working a lot. We've been getting all these fucking blizzards and shit. So
yeah, dude, tell me about that shit, man. What's going on with that weather? Pineland finally got some cold weather, but I was just wondering if you've been like dealing with what since what?
For like a month now.
Yeah, a month and a half.
Mm-hmm. My yard's got waist deep snow in it right now.
Dude, man, and you also assist in the snowage of replacement of the snows. Yeah, you the plow. Say hello to Plow King. Mr. Plow.
Mr. Plow.
You're Mr. Plow.
I was out there today trying to figure out if Epstein killed himself or not.
Yeah, well, you got to find him underneath the plow. It probably was on his neck that wasn't really hanging. Because what's the, what are the two things that don't hang themselves? Christmas lights and freaking Epstein. Is that what it is? Yes, tonight is straight up. Oh, thanks. Tonight is definitely straight up. We're discussing the nuances of American politics. We'll be discussing commentary, news, and opinion. We'll be, of course, trolling, all politicians. Democratic national races now have our favorite individual who says he was going to go and try to find my my freedom devices at the bottom of bodies of water. Beto O'Rourke, he dropped out. He has.
It's sad. Sad day.
That is so. Yeah, sad day. Beto O'Rourke is gone. He's no longer one of the. He started off with like $8 million in his campaign, and now he's like literally next to nothing. He said he was destined to do it. Went on freaking Nationals TV and the campaign circuit to say that he was damn right he was going to take your AK-47, and damn right he was going to take your AR-15, and damn right take your guns and take your guns and take your guns. Stole Indisha of WTF Nation Radio and Whataburger. We're cool with Whataburger. Whataburger said, "Hey, you're cool," and I said, "Okay, we cool." And then next, Beto O'Rourke took. If you look at the logo of Beto O'Rourke and you look at WTF Nation Radio and you look at the ketchup of Whataburger, so we're cool with Whataburger. He stole our shit. We even said, Beto O'Rourke, "Hey, why are you doing that stuff? That's like our stuff. Why are you taking the WTF Nation's Indisha?" And he said, "Well, first off, after Epstein didn't kill himself, I don't have to listen to what you're saying because I'm going to take your guns." And so there you go.
Well, that, and there was multiple shooters in Vegas.
Exactly. Hey, what's up, Bailey? Yeah, really. It's been, oh God, give me it's not even talk about that, dude. We're gonna talk about that shit.
Oh, we talk about all of it.
Yeah, dude.
We'll go old school J Radio on that. I don't care. There was this dude earlier today. He was like, I fucking conspiracy theorist, blah, 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 blah. I was like, dude, you can't tell me you think the government's batting 1,000 on this shit. You cannot tell me you think the government never lies to us. And he kind of looks at me. I'm like, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me you believe everything that comes out of their fucking mouths. And he's like, well, I'm like, come on, dude, seriously, you really think some dude in a cell all by himself with nothing hung himself? Okay, tell me how that worked again.
Right.
You know, fuck. You don't have to believe all of them. You don't
Right.
have to believe every conspiracy theory, but you can't tell me they don't ever lie to us.
Especially when there's been an independent medical examiner
Mm-hmm.
who said specifically that there was no way that this guy suffered what's his nuts? What's his name? Dr. Bodden. He's like a renowned pathologist and a renowned medical examiner. And he said straight up that the injuries that were conducted on Epstein, who supposedly killed himself, were not conducive to any type of injury that would indicate him hanging to kill himself. Of excellence. So it looks like he was choked out. I'll be honest with you. I mean, yeah, you're right, man. You're gonna get in this conspiracy stuff, and you're gonna get all that. All right, okay, come on. Everyone can agree. No matter what anybody says about whether you believe that how many shooters were at the Las Vegas massacre, what was going on with the other crap, I'm not going to feed into that Alex Jones bullshit. But however, I will say this, that Epstein didn't kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
Did not. All of a sudden, it's hard to find out that some of the cameras not there. Ooh, what you going to do? What you going to do? What you going to do? Epstein didn't kill himself. Ooh, what you going to do? You going to come after me, Clinton?
Damn, maybe you should have went to that summit. Now they all know who you are. Before you could hide shit. Like, what me?
Yeah.
I'll tell you where Radar lives. He's all over the fucking place, but it wasn't me.
Right. Ooh, Ellis, that is a good theory right there. That is a real good theory. Epstein is in witness protection and has received plastic surgery to change his face. You know, that would be quite plausible. Jesus, face.
Wow. It's way easier for fucking to be killed than just fucking off him. They're like, he's not in witness protection. You don't think ain't no one gonna testify against people like Bill Clinton ever. Anyone. There's been too many people that have been sued. You know, and Minx and I, we went down. We had like a 2.5 hour show just about people who have been Clintoned. You know, we can't. There ain't no way Epstein. No, they didn't sneak him out. They didn't do some shit like that. They already had all anything they would want to use. They already had in depositions and recordings. Anyhow, they didn't really need him to prosecute. But they're not going to prosecute. Even when Trump was up there saying, "I'm gonna lock her up," what's come of that? Nothing, and nothing will ever come of it. Ain't nothing gonna happen to her. She's like fucking 6 feet tall and bulletproof, man. Ain't nothing gonna happen to Hillary Clinton. But guess what? They got all. They had less evidence to, you know, if that would have been me, if that had been old SAR and Radar fucking taking some shit off the zipper net, I'd be in Leavenworth for a long time.
Of excellence.
You know? Sitting there wondering if I'm going to get Epstein or not. But it's whatever.
Yeah.
So I did lock my door before the show, though. Just in case.
You did, huh? You make sure that it was secured. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Aside from the fact that Epstein didn't kill himself, I think that's kind of funny that Beto O'Rourke backed out because he was like the most fakest ass freaking Einhorn is Epstein. Fucking he. I just think it's funny that he backed out. He was just like everyone was like he was just a rock star and everyone was just like riding those coattails and he was all up on the anti-gun stuff and everyone was like going yeah and then the next thing you know everyone said yeah, he just whatever, dude. He got beat. I'm gonna tell you what, he's worthless. The fact that, you know, here's the thing that makes me mad about you can always tell what kind of politician, if they're a true politician or they're just getting put in the job, like they're being bum rushed, like they're overwhelmed. Beto O'Rourke, every time he spoke, he sounded very overwhelmed. When he was speaking, he was always and then you will and then yeah, it's like freaking like Howard Dean, and then we're gonna take it, yeah. MC didn't kill himself. Yeah. Yeah. Pedals out of the race. Yeah. But it's one of those things that I'm like, just by the way he speaks. Now, we haven't heard anything from Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Buttigieg. We've been hearing like a little bit stuff. It's almost like the media is purposely drowning him out. I honestly want to hear what Tulsi Gabbard's got to say. She's actually been pulling Trumpisms. You know what I mean? Like, she goes on other media outlets because they give her more time. And I almost think that, dude, she doesn't sound like a Democrat. She's kind of like she's waffling. Like she's more center type-ish. You know what I mean? What do you think?
I think I don't know. I'm intrigued by her. I very much am. And I want to see more of her actual platform stuff and come from her face. And I hope I would love it if she'd come on here. You know, where else is she going to get an hour to talk to 1.4 million people? But that being said, you know, she's kind of waffling on some things, I think. She's kind of, God, I don't know. I like her. I like some of the stuff she says, but I can't stand some of the other stuff she says. But that's every politician. We kind of went into this last week. You know, she's got some good ideas, got some bad ideas. And, you know, I think of the Democratic candidates, she's probably one of the tops in my picks. If I had to pick one of them, if you were holding my kids hostage, said you got to pick a Democratic candidate, pick one. But that being said, look who she's running against. You know, she's running Biden's almost as bad as fucking Clinton was, as far as being very establishment, and Bernie's kooky as fuck. So, I mean, she's kind of still in top 5. I don't know, but and then Ari's like, she's a MILF. I don't know. That doesn't matter to me, dude. She could be a swamp creature. I don't give a shit about that. I want to know how she's going to be as a president.
Fucking Ari.
Yeah.
Ari. She's a MILF. Fucking Ari, what's this out of nowhere, dude? Out of left field, you should come on. We've actually been trying. We've been having our front desk. We're having Flash. Even myself, I've been saying, hey, you need to come on WTF Nation Radio. We'll give you 2 hours. I will give Tulsi Gabbard. Matter of fact, I'll give all of them except for Biden, Warren. Do you know why I say not everyone's going to say I should not being fair? No, I'm being fair. It's because the media has been giving Biden and Warren and Kamala Harris their own time. They have gotten the most time. You know, it kind of makes me mad. Is that how is it that you, as a citizen, would like to run for office when you're already getting pushed out? What if I wanted to run on the Democratic ticket? I'm not saying that I am, but what if I wanted to run on the Democratic ticket? Because right. I'm not of the popularity of between the Democrats. They'd be like, oh no. Yeah, you don't like women, Ken, because you're running against Elizabeth Warren and you're going up against everyone thinks they need to get ordained into the next section, the next set of office.
Right.
And I just want to say it's like fucking, I don't care. It's just like, Bernie is a reincarnation. Oh my God, you're right. Of Marx. Jesus Christ. He's already had a heart attack. The guy needs to take the ACFT. Bernie Sanders comes on there and he's like, oh, how you guy, we're going to tax everybody. And then that's it. He has a heart attack. Everyone's going to be like, oh, it's fucked up. No, it's not fucked up. Dude has a heart attack. Who cares?
I did see the other day he finally got a haircut. I was very impressed with that.
He looked like one of the guys from the Muppets. Mm-hmm. One of the old guys.
I was very impressed.
Yeah, I really don't care about that shit. Honestly, the way I see it, his ass is fucking... he's actually freaking a waste when it comes to that shit. Mm-hmm. He literally is. It's like, y'all want free shit, y'all want this stuff and all this other stuff. And exactly that. You're not exactly that, Pooks. If you're not part of the popularity of the DNC... So that's why when I say Mayor Pete and when I say Tulsi Gabbard, which I think Tulsi Gabbard would probably come on here more than Mayor Pete would, Mayor Pete will probably get scared off. Some individuals will probably say something about us to Mayor Pete, and he'd probably run off and not come on. But not freaking Tulsi Gabbard. She goes on every show like a boss, dude, and just fucking decides to say, hey, this is what's going on. I mean, we all have some questions. We would like for her to come on so that we can ask. And you know what? I'm glad we're on Twitter. Tulsi Gabbard, you're more than welcome to come on here, and we'll give you all the time. Shit, we had Alan Howe come on here for almost 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Had Vermin Supreme on there too.
That was a good show. I was so happy with that.
I had a blast, dude. That was probably one that was, I was really trying to ask him the hard hitting. I got supremed, man. It's the boot. It was the boot. It was the boot that put you in a trance that made you wanted to just like, I got supremed, man. He said, well, the best lines when he said, I want to take all your guns so I can give you better ones. That was epic. I mean, it's pretty tempting. I'm gonna say you're gonna waste your freaking. You're gonna waste. Hey, what's up, Steve Geek Nuts? You're gonna sit there and waste your vote on the Democratic Party. You might as well vote for Vermin Supreme. If you're gonna vote for anybody in the Democratic Party, don't vote for Vermin Supreme. If you're voting for a Democrat. What's up?
I can't think of any of them Democrats. Any Democrat on the ticket right now that. And then what the fuck happened to Cory Booker? Where did he go?
Never heard of her.
Right? He was all ranting and raving and throwing shit and all kinds of fuck. And then he's like, man, I'm done. I don't even know. Did he drop out? I don't even know if he's a fighter.
I don't know if he's involved in it either. They could come on. They could come on. But like I said, we'll give them plenty of time to come on here and discuss the that's what he said, Pooks. He said better guns because Epstein didn't kill himself.
Maybe he's laying. So I went to Google. I typed in Cory Booker to see if he's still in the race or whatever. And like the first thing that popped up was Cory Booker's sexual assault. So maybe.
Really? Really? He had what?
I don't know. Let's look at it. Check it out.
Oh man. The next big guest we're working on right now is in Super Secrets of Secrets of Super Secrets. When we get this guest coming on here, it'll actually be a live shot. It'll be on scene. I can't wait. If this thing pans out, then it'll be pretty awesome. I will be there to interview this individual.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a secret.
Whoa.
It's only between us. What?
Okay. First off, Epstein didn't kill himself. Secondly, Cory Booker admits to sexual assault in 1992 Stanford column under the new feminist model. Even if a man looks at a woman and has sexual thought, he's committing rape. So I don't understand. But he admitted to a sexual assault in 92. So they ran this dude through the ringer. They ran, what was his nuts? The fucking Justice Kavanaugh through the ringer over some shit they couldn't even prove that happened in what, like 82 or some shit? And I don't know. What? Hold on. I'm just reading. Let me make sure it's a notable source before I get too fucking. That's like, maybe not. It's like Red State or some shit. I mean, maybe not.
Are they reputable? The Red State crew, are they reputable and stuff like that? I mean,
let's see what else pops up, because if it's true, it's going to be Political Insider, CNN. CNN's pretty reputable, right? Okay. What makes Cory Booker's groping incident different than the allegations against Brett Kavanaugh? So they're pretty much admitted too, but it was a groping incident.
Well, isn't that considered assault?
Yeah. Okay, this is a quote from Cory Booker himself. With the Top Gun slogan ringing in my head, I slowly reached for her breast, Booker wrote of that night. After having my hand pushed away once, I reached my mark. The point of Booker's column was at how, at that moment, and his work on the issue after, had changed him and his views on women, consent, and assault. It was a wake-up call, Booker wrote in his Stanford column, I will never be the same. So he essentially, in 92, admitted to it, and then he groped a female friend's breast after the two of them had kissed. Okay, and then she told him no, and he quit. So I don't know. I don't know. Is that beyond the point? But I feel as though as hard as they have been on males in the government, and these, allegations and whatnot, that this would be kind of a gray area. So I don't know. I guess it depends on your personal views on how. I'm not even gonna sit here and say that old Radar ain't made out with a girl and grabbed a boobie before. I ain't gonna say that shit, And I've been told no when I quit.
Deny, counter accuse, make counter accusations. Unless you have Polaroids, pubic hairs, text messages, or videos, I ain't saying shit.
Right.
I mean, not to mention the fact that it wasn't the agenda. Why you gotta wait so fucking long? Why is it that some of these cases have waited so fucking long to do this stuff? Now I understand there's a level of fear and there's a level of intimidation and all that sort of shit. But I'm telling you what, man, as long as you're freaking, oh, thanks, Pip. I would not run. I would, oh man, I would not. I would run for office. No.
Nope.
Oh no. It says right here, Ice back in blah 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 blah. They'd go back when I was a private or something like that, or something like, you know what I mean? They'd go back. I had people coming out of the woodwork saying, when Ice was private, he did this, or when he was stationed in Germany, he did that. When he was in Fort Hood, he did blah. You know what I mean? When he was at Fort Bragg, he did blah. God.
Right. Only some shit like that. That's why I ain't running.
I don't think they'll run like that because they're not going to hold it. They don't hold anybody else. Like you just said, it was the difference between Cory Booker. Why was it his different? He was groping a chick, right? All that Me Too movement and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But it's all right because he recognized that a woman can say no, and he's a reformed man, and is fine.
Dude. Man. I had a fuck, dude. I have, with the amount of skeletons they would activate, it'd be worse than a freaking. It would be worse than a New York City cemetery of all the dead skeletons flying out. It would just be like a rush. Where are those bones coming from the sky? Oh, it looks like Ken's running for office. Just flooding down and shit. It'd be a pile of skulls everywhere. What the hell's going on? ICE is running for office. Radar's his running mate. Pookie's Secretary of Defense. You know what I mean? It's just like, whoa, what are you talking about? All that stuff. And the thing is that some of the things that you've done when you were younger and also the shit, dare I say that even I'll even say this. Oh my God, I'll even say this. Barack Obama even said specifically, this cancel culture needs to stop. Barack Obama said this. You did something back in the day, you're going to get canceled and killed. I'm just like, whoa. No wonder Pineland got cold all of a sudden. Holy shit. No wonder this Arctic blast is coming from everywhere. No wonder, the freaking the basement hatch is knocking up because the demons are saying, it's cold up here, turn the heat up. I couldn't believe he said that. Said that straight up. Exactly that, Scott. Back when I was in basic, back when I was in the recruiter's office. Holy shit. I knew Ice when he was a private. Before he joined the army. Ice when he was in kindergarten. You know what I mean? Here with late breaking news, we have breaking news. WTF Nation Radio's Ken Ramos has been is under investigation right now for an incident that happened when he was in kindergarten. What the hell happened here?
Right.
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, exactly. Wow. We need to have that comedian who imitates Arnold. We need to have another another competition of Arnolds. When me and him were on the air trying to do like a Arnold rap battle. Were you here for that, Radar? You weren't here for that.
No, but I heard it.
Yeah, it was freaking, dude. It was hilarious. I could not stop laughing. I was drinking and drinking some refreshments, and I had drinks flying out my nose. We had this one comedian call us up. He's a comedian. I can't remember his name. But he imitates Arnold Schwarzenegger really good, and that's part of his gig and his skit. So I went on there, and we were just going back and forth, imitating Arnold. For a while, everyone thought it was like freaking, that's all we were all about. All you guys do is imitate Arnold. And you're like, no. Oh, man. Yeah, it's one of those things that you're going to sit there and freaking, you got to be real careful when you run for office. You got to you have to be real connected politically as well, so that way people will have your back. You know what I mean?
Right.
I bet you if I were saying, hey, and of course this is only pure hyperbole and parody, I bet if I had said I was a Democrat, I'd be protected.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's progressive, and he wants to run for office, and he's all about this." Which platform? ICE? Oh, we'll talk about it when we have a debate. Well, we can't wait to hear. What's your thought on immigration? And we'll talk about it during the debate. I'd have everybody. So what do you think about what do you think about legalization of marijuana? We'll talk about it during the debate. And Second Amendment, debate. Now what about First Amendment and the debate? Epstein didn't kill himself. Epstein didn't kill himself. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that in the debate.
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. Yeah, exactly. We will talk about that during the debate and see what happens. See when the first debate question comes up. So what do you feel about this? What do you feel about that? And I would let it all out. And by then, I would have gotten so much hype on this to where I was like only one of the few candidates that people would just have to accept it. Either that or I would say, vote for Vermin Supreme. That would be my whole thing. The whole thing, I'd just like vote for Vermin Supreme.
I ain't doing it no more. Vote for Vermin.
Yeah, vote for Vermin. I'm done with this crap. We're done. But anyways, we're going to take a break right quick because Epstein did not kill himself. And then I'm going to recharge my glass. And so with that, we'll be right back. Again, all the systems are rocking and rolling. God, I can't believe we're on 12 freaking systems right now. We are on 12 systems. I don't like you either. That's like a Star Wars line. He doesn't like you. I don't like you either. We're on WTF Nation Radio on 12 systems. Oh, man. So anyways, we'll be right back. Everyone get some Epstein shots, and we'll talk to you in a sec.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Tell me what it is to see when you look at me. Deep into the photography, I don't really need your sympathy. Just tell me your thoughts. Have I got what they got? And is it a plot done for naught? Am I not like you? Because I do what I do. Who knew that I could lose a few of you? Cause I bleed blue. But it's true, I know, cause I see it every day as I work and I sleep the day away. Like you I have pain and like you I have fear. Can I pay all of the bills and still make it through the year? While I make it home alive, should I pray to the sky every day and every night? Will I hold you by my side? But in the public eye, I don't even have a heart. A robot of the system moving only when I'm told to start. Rip apart my art, I'm strong like a flower blooming. You got it all wrong, I know I'm breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Call me a vet like a soldier. Green beret, 21 gun salute, don't wanna see the day. In the constant war zone, in the home of the brave, where they hate the police until they saving the day. I got kids like you, a mortgage like you, so blue lives matter, and so does yours too. All this separation and divide, open your eyes. If you cut us all open, we the same inside. The only difference is I run to the gunfight. Your peace when it's chaos, when the people don't act right. But I'm under scrutiny for trying to protect me. You pull a pistol and I'm shooting for trying to contest me. I got a quick second to make a deadly decision. The media betrayed me like a kid for a living, like I'm cold with no heart, a brain with no thoughts, a body with no feeling, a life with no cause.
Like you breathe, I breathe, and like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. I'm damned if I do, and damned if I don't. It's like every single time I say what's on my mind, they go for my throat, they spew evil words. If you are absurd, always grinding, grinning, and killing my soul with these verbs. Hold me down, like I can't gasp for air. I'm closed inside of a box, like I'm inside Fort Knox. Every time that I'm there, I don't know why they think that I'm different from you. All that's true is I'm a like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human. Like you breathe, I breathe. And like you see, I see. And like you need, I need. And like you bleed, I bleed. Don't treat me like an object, I'm tested and and proven. Mind, heart, and soul, I'll always be a human.
Facebook Live. I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back with part 2 of Epstein Didn't Kill Himself, broadcasting live from the WTF Nation Functional Veterans Center of Excellence. This is the Monday edition with Ice and Radar. Again, Flash is on assignment, doing some stuff. At any rate, so hey, did you do any trick or treating at all with the fam?
Yes and no. I didn't. I took Ms. Radar and I took her youngest out My daughters are old now. Well, but I didn't have the baby. She was with mama.
Right.
But you know, my other daughters are 12 and 13, so they wanted to go to the spooky houses with their friends and all this other stuff. They're like, Dad, just give us some cash and we'll see you later. So that's how my Halloween went.
Oh, okay.
But I found this cool trick though, that I went and bought a bunch of candy and then I didn't turn the light on, so no one came trick or treating to the house. So I got all the candy I got to pick out for myself.
Bro, I was on air and I was telling some friends and family that if I was on air, I would hook up a extended microphone and I would go on. I would say, "Hang on," and you guys would have heard me giving candy out to the kids if they had shown up. And I was trying to trying to look for some WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF swag that I was going to give to some of the parents and stuff like that for enduring the torture of taking, having the little youngins out there. However, it was raining like crazy in Pineland, and so it was really, there was a lot of storms in the south, and it was pretty it wasn't really conducive to trick or treating. So while I was broadcasting the Halloween show, then we didn't have anybody. I didn't have nobody knock on the door, so it was kind of like one of those things to where, okay, well, like I said, I was kind of like whatever. Maybe I didn't have to worry about trick or treating because I was on air, so it was not a big deal. And then the weather was kind of crappy for us to really do anything. So this kind of like this is kind of a bust. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. We took I said to Ms. Radar. It was her youngest. He actually wanted to do like the trunk or treats and stuff. He didn't want to go to house. We went down like one neighborhood, and he wanted to, and it actually works out pretty decent. Where you just take them, there's like a parking lot, and there's like 400 cars there, like the hospital and the college had one and stuff, and he got like 2 bags full of candy in like 20 minutes. He's like, all right, I'm ready to go home. It's like, all right, cool. We'll go back to the house and I'll eat the Snickers bars that I've gotten here. This is fantastic. So, but I did go, well, I took baby Radar. I had her overnight on Wednesday, and I took her to her school thing. She's a preschooler, so they have their preschool party, I guess. They quote unquote trick or treat and whatnot, but it was kind of fun. That was all right. Took the day off, hung out with them, had some other stuff to do, but it was all right. It's a good day. I love Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays. It really is.
It is. Halloween, 4th of July, Thanksgiving. That's really about it. I mean, for me, it's not, Christmas isn't so much about, it's more for the kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I like Christmas for the kids. Right. I'm not really too much on the thing. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I wouldn't accept a gift or something like that. But to me, it's more important for the little ones to get the Christmas gifts and all this other shit. That's cool. Halloween is, come on, it's Halloween. It's Halloween. It's freaking, you can just dress up and have a party and have a good time. 4th of July, come on, it's freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom. 4th of July, America, freedom. So explosives.
You got to come out here one year for Halloween because they got like the weekend before the weekend after. Which was they're usually sort of closer. It's usually the last full weekend in October. Down in Deadwood, they do Dead Weird, they call it, and it's one of the busier nights in Deadwood, and it's just a bunch of 20 to 30-year-old tricks dressed like sluts. So it's not a bad weekend to kind of hang out and watch shit happen. But it's actually really cool. They have really good. They have like, I think it's like $1,000 prize for the top costume, and there's some fucking fantastic costumes. There is like a dude dressed up like a transformer, like on stilts and shit, and was almost like life size. It was great. There's just some really cool costumes and shit. That's what I get into, man. Well, chicks dressing like sleuths is fun, but the the people that really get into it, and they so I bet some of them costumes, it's kind of like a cosplay. Some of them, when you go to what are those ones where people get dressed up really, really well?
Oh, you're talking about the Comic-Cons and stuff like
Comic-Con,
that. Yeah.
It was almost like Comic-Con level costumes. People wear these things.
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, the thing is that when I go to Comic-Cons, you guys really know who I am now. I dress up an ensemble. I have Darth Vader's armor. I have a clone trooper. I have stormtrooper shit. To walk around trick or treating in that shit, it's hot. It is you're hot as hell. The Darth Vader pauldron and his freaking plate and his helmet and all this other shit, because I have the full kit. It is heavy as shit, and it is hot as a motherfucker. So you don't go to you go to cosplay at Comic-Cons wearing that. You wear that. You don't wear that shit to a Halloween party. You know what I mean? Because if you're going out and it's just it's one of those things to where it's like you can't, like, if you want to talk to somebody, you're hanging out and I'm wearing my Stormtrooper gear, I can't sit there and go, hey, how you doing? Hey, where's your number? You on Snapchat? You know what I mean? It's kind of nerdy. You take your helmet off, it kind of defeats the purpose. You take the helmet off, and then you're not wearing a Stormtrooper gear anymore. Then you're just like a dude just wearing a Stormtrooper armor without the helmet. You know what I mean? Or if you're wearing the Mandalorian kit, I'm putting together a Mandalorian gear, not like the Mandalorian from the Disney show, but the new one that's coming out. But I was already getting ready, because when you retire from the military, you're no longer part of. You're now rogue, right? You're now Mandalorian. You're now out on your own and spreading spreading justice with Mandalorianism. Bringing the memes to justice. So yeah, and I have my kids dressed up like that too. Baby Ice, like I said, he's a Mondo Kylo Ren fan, so he dresses up like Kylo Ren. He's got the little lightsaber, he's got the little hood, he's got the little mask and all that. First got that mask when we first got his little Kylo Ren helmet. It was like the voice changing one, and he sounded like a little demon. So we definitely took the batteries out of that thing. He didn't. He sounded like one of those paranormal shit. He was just like, "Come on, let's go pray." I'm like, "Whoa, yo, yeah." My daughter has one of my daughters has a Captain Phasma gear. So it's one of those things to where, we get all dressed up. We do that stuff for reals. That's fun. That stuff is all about cosplay, but. You don't go out to the freaking bar and dressed up as, freaking Darth Vader and then start hanging out and, dude, your voice, you really got Darth Vader down like big time. You really got Darth Vader's breathing down. No, this thing's fucking heavy and it's hot and I want to get a drink and I can't take, you know what I mean? You look silly. So you can't,
you can't fit a straw through the fucking vents or something.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also it's an expensive kit, so you don't want to sit there and ruin your movie copy quality edition of the Empire Strikes. Because I have 3 different Darth Vader helmets. I have the one from Rogue One, I have the one from the Empire Strikes Back, and I have the one from freaking Episode 3. And they're all, if you're a geekoid like anybody else, and D-Max will tell you. Darth Vader's gear changes throughout the movies, and so my favorite has been the Rogue One gear and the Empire Strikes Back gear. So I have that Très Authentique Rogue One looking Darth Vader gear, and I tell you what, I am not taking that to the freaking bar. You know what I mean? Because you first off, you got a narrow field of view, and then of course I'm breathing hard. You're like. I've done that before, but everybody wants to fight you when you're dressing up like a Spartan, RA. Everybody wants to think that they can kick your ass, or you're gonna have to fight the whole fucking bar. And also, some bars don't allow you to bring spears to go in there. So if you walk in there with a freaking and you start going hooroo, hooroo, the next thing you know, all the vet bros come out and say, "Oh, you want to fight? You want to fight? Let's go outside, Spartan." You know what I mean? So it gets ridiculous. So. But like I said, that's my favorite holiday to dress up and all that stuff for the kids and all this shit, or go to adult themed Halloween parties or something like that. So normally I'll do the Dia de los Muertos and fucking dress up. I'll do that. I'll have the Day of the Dead gear, looking like that, and then or I'll do something that's a little bit more low key, is not wearing a bunch of armor or something like that. But cosplay, like if there's a Comic-Con. And there's like some stuff where there's like a Star Wars convention or shit like that. Oh, I'll troop it up, dude. I'll put my Stormtrooper gear on, and I'll walk around and freaking just walk around, because it's in air conditioned comfort. Mm-hmm. They have areas where you can change into your gear, and then they will help you out. See, the last Comic-Con I went to, I dressed up as a Stormtrooper. No, a couple of Comic-Cons where I dressed up as a Stormtrooper, and they checked your weapons to make sure that was non-functioning. Like they literally looked at you. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't hit what you're aiming at anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, you got me. Zinga. But no, yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, but like I said, yeah, that's a fun holiday. You know, Halloween is a fun holiday. I know people get all crazy. You know, I do know some people that get they get a little wrapped around the axle on the paganism stuff, and they get all crazy and get really overboard about it.
Well, and you know, Deadwood's full of casinos, right? So it's a pretty big deal. People come from all over the place, and there's I don't even know if casinos are in town anymore. But they, you know, it's a big deal, and it's actually the weather would have been pretty fair for what you're talking about, because I think it was like in the 30s, so it was pretty fucking.
I bet.
It was pretty chilly, but no, these guys, some of these guys, I want to say it's $1,000. It might be $5,000 now for the winner for the contest. So I mean, they really get into it. It's pretty intense, and it's fun to watch.
Now you were saying about, but you were saying about the sleuths. So the ones that always win are the ones that all get all skimpy or something like that, or like legit costumes.
No, they have the people who win are in like legit costumes.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the sleuths are there. I mean, who doesn't want to be a slutty barmaid or a sexy nurse or whatever? They have all those. It's whatever, but they don't ever win nothing, you know. They should have like a wet T-shirt contest. They could win that.
They're not
going to win the costume.
No, but yes, I'm saying, because I know immediately it ends up turning into like a contest like that when there's like legit costumes out there. Now I've seen some zombies, like some of the guys that go guys and gals that go as zombies, and they like really put in the makeup effort. I think that's badass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so that right there would be you know, it'd be kind of cool. To kind of check out. It's something like that, like Hollywood related. Like I said, to me, I think, like you were saying about the cosplay stuff, it would have to be something like you said. The guy was a Transformer. That's original, and that's like you just can't go out and get Transformer stuff. You know what I mean? It has to be like original design. You can't go out and buy that shit. Like the Stormtrooper stuff, the Darth Vader stuff that we have, and you know some of the Mandalorian shit that me and my kids have, you know, all those other stuff. But that's something you could buy. You could buy that shit online. You can. If you want, unless you buy some of the helmets or something like that to modify them or something like that. I can see that. It's kind of like cheating a little bit. You know what I mean? It's not really, you know, it's kind of like unfair. It's like, oh, here comes Ice. He's wearing a Darth Vader gear. Yeah, he's going to win again. You know, that's not fair. You know what I mean? It's got to be, like you said, I like the originality.
Right.
If I see somebody on their own stuff and they built themselves their own Transformer stuff and they're rocking that thing, hell yeah, they should win.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't know. I didn't see the contest. I just saw like him walking around and some other dudes walking around with it, and it was really fucking cool. It was really tight.
Yeah.
Those guys were in it to win it, and that's every year. There's a handful of people. I'd say probably about 100-ish that really put the time and effort into an awesome custom costume that would not be out of place at, you know, a real cosplay place.
Right.
So it's really neat to see those guys in fucking Podunk, South Dakota. You know, they're not at Comic-Con in LA or Vegas or whatever.
Dude, come on, man. That's like Podunk, South Dakota. That's like stuff of legend, dude. People don't appreciate stuff like that. You know, they don't. Me and you had one-on-one conversations, man. People just don't appreciate stuff like that. They just don't. Like, that'd be epic. You know what I mean? Well, when I go visit there, anyways, we plan on hanging out there. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, when I go out there and visit, we'll fucking go check out the spots, dude. Because that's I like the old, you know. Oh, we had that conversation before. It just I like that legendary old time, old West stuff and all that. You know what I mean? It's not a. I don't mind hustle and bustle, but then again, I don't mind freaking country as well. So. You know, that's kind of like some of the stuff that I was growing up on anyway. So it's not like bad at all. But yeah, so Halloween's a good day. 4th of July, of course, explosives, freedom in America. You know that everyone, if you're not proud of being an American on 4th of July, then go ahead and go, leave, see you, take off.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. If you hate America that much, then see you. If our flag offends you, see you, because Epstein didn't kill himself. That's
right.
Just straight up.
Well, yeah, and who can't celebrate, like, I don't know, fireworks and beer and barbecues and fucking hanging out with your friends and family? That's like and apple pie and fucking Epstein didn't kill himself and everything else. Like that's what you celebrate on 4th of July. And people were like, I don't know, and they get all pissy about shit. Fuck that. You can't do that. No. Oh, and now I don't know if they do this around where you're at, but here at the grocery store, like for every holiday, they want you to donate to the fucking flavor of the month. You know what I mean? When it's whatever
I know
they're
what you're talking about.
You know, it's like right now, and so I went to the grocery store and I checked out. They're like, would you like to donate money to veterans? It's all it said. It didn't say what veterans organization, none of that. Would you like to donate $1 to veterans? I'm like, I'm a fucking veteran. Where's my fucking dollar? Like, do I get $1 off my fucking groceries now or what? No, fuck you. I was like, you got to say what you're donating that money to. Is it for,
Oh
you know,
my God. Yeah, exactly.
or something? Or which charity are you going
Yeah,
to?
right.
A veterans home or some shit.
Right. You know what? You should show them your veterans card, ID card, and then just grab a handful of cash. What? You're donating to the veterans, right? This is for me, right? Can I say that? Can I take some cash? And if you don't give me this money, if you don't give me some money out of this bucket, just one handful, that should be it. Are you a veteran? Like, would you like to donate for veterans? Yeah. And all of a sudden, hey, would you like to donate to veterans? Here's my veteran card, and then you just reach your hand in there and pull a wad of cash out. You're donating to veterans, right?
What they ought to do is have like one of them cash cages. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Like it's the fucking plexiglass box and dollar bills all fly around.
Right, yeah, exactly.
You get like 60 seconds in that motherfucker. You
Exactly.
show your VA ID or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
60 seconds. Hell yeah, dude. That'd be awesome. Because if you don't like it, then you hate vets and Epstein didn't kill himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna fucking bring that up to Safeway next time I go in there.
Say, hey, you can ask them. Hey, who are these going to? What veteran organizations? And ask them for the creds.
I asked a dude when I was checking me out. I was like, which veterans organization is going to? Oh no, just the veterans. That's a fucking pretty broad scope there.
Yeah,
buddy.
really. So hand me the cash.
But yeah, I don't know. And I like how usually like I will donate. You know, if it's was it for Halloween? It was a kid's cancer thing or some shit. It's not the Mayo Clinic, the Ronald McDonald House or some shit like that for a kid's thing or something. Yeah, I'll throw you them $1. Hell yeah, they do good work. Or they're like the Lions Club with their eye shit or whatever. Yeah, I'll throw you a couple bucks. Here you go. I'm not a philanthropist. I'm not rich, but I don't mind throwing a couple people some cash. So
yeah, I don't mind throwing a couple people either, because there's a couple people that need to be thrown.
Absolutely.
It's fucking, there's some people that need to get tossed. Epstein didn't kill himself.
I don't know. They just fucking whatever. I'm just happy that they are doing something for somebody. I wish they would say what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
For.
No, and that's a legit question too, because you get a lot taken of that, and you just see a bucket that's got like paper, that's got like tape and a paper that says "for veterans," like written in marker. And yeah, it's fucking crazy. And then I bet you if you ask them, they'd get pissed off. It's kind of like,
so I asked the cashier dude. He didn't know. He's like, oh no, just for veterans. But he was like the 17-year-old fucking pimple face kid.
Yeah.
I didn't expect. He's not the store manager. He's not the person in charge of their fundraising or what have you. But he had no fucking clue. He just didn't get mad about it. But he didn't give me no money. Didn't take $1 off my fucking grocery bill.
They should do that.
Should.
Like, are you a veteran? Yeah, that's a good idea. Just take the donation money. I mean, just take all that donation up the front and say, hey, you want to donate to vets, and say, yeah, on the outside, and then have like a cashier come out and get you and say, hey, there's another veteran at aisle, at cashier 6, at register 6. There's a freaking veteran right there, and then you get some of that money, and then you pay it forward. You just pay for that individual's, or you help pay for that individual's groceries.
Right.
I mean, do it on the spot right there. Hey, we're going to help pay for veterans' groceries. Are you a veteran? No. Okay, well, since you're not a veteran, you want to help vets. Here, give me some cash. Donate some cash so we can go and help a veteran out who's probably going to buy some groceries in here. And we're running a little cash, pay it forward. But you're right. You should be able to ask, hey, where's this cash going to? Where's your financials? How much money is going to this? What veterans organization it is? I bet you if you asked, you'll get told that you hate vets.
You hate vets.
You hate vets. Why you asking? You hate vets. You hate vets. That's why you're asking this question, right? No, it's because Epstein didn't kill himself. But you hate vets. Yeah, so 4th of July, awesome holiday. Of course, you celebrate some freedoms with some freedoms and explosives with some beer, freedoms and barbecue with Epstein did not kill himself. And then of course, New Year's. That's really the kind of, New Year's is kind of like the thing of, New Year's is New Year's. Celebrating New Year, having a good time to go hang out. It's where adults go hang out and, hang out and, do some stuff and go, do whatever. It'd be kind of awesome. Some Valentine's Day. Who said that? No way, dude. If you were good, you don't need Valentine's Day. You don't need it. If you're good. If you know what's up, you don't need Valentine's Day. If you know how to fucking do the shit right, you don't need Valentine's Day. I want everybody's like, well, no, Valentine's Day should be every day.
Mm-hmm.
Should be no damn don't be no freaking, mopey ass one day and then all of a sudden wonder why, your old lady's pissed off at you or something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just be you. Just all you do is be you. So Valentine's Day is not, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Valentine's Day cannot be used for like an event. So like if you want to go take out for a nice dinner or something like that and go romantic, something like that, and it just happens to fall on Valentine's Day, then go do it. That's fucking fine, shit. But you should be working on that all time. You should be always maintaining that connection. You shouldn't be freaking waiting for a fucking holiday to treat your woman right. Shit, should be all the time.
Right.
Is there anything for dudes, though, for when it comes to Valentine's Day? Now someone's asking about that. Is there anything for that we should, guys, do they get, what is the tradition for guys for Valentine's Day?
Anal. You get like 5 free passes. You get like your birthday, Veterans Day, Christmas, Valentine's Day. Your anniversary.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
I don't know.
No. That's awesome. Now I'm curious. I mean, in the right of chivalry, man should not be asking for anything for fucking Valentine's Day. Just fucking treat your old lady fucking straight all the time, man. Fuck. It's not expected. It shouldn't be expected. As a man, just be a fucking man. Hi, welcome to WTF Nation Radio's Functional Veteran Center of Excellence's Man Lesson of Monday Man Lesson. Do we need to start doing that? Having a fucking Monday Man Lesson for you individuals?
In lieu of sports, we'll do the Monday Man Lesson.
In lieu of sports. We'll have the Monday Man Lesson for all you guys out there that know how to treat your women correctly and then wonder why they're doing what they're doing. Their actions have consequences on that ass.
Right.
If you fuck up, then you deserve it.
And it's like just doing, I understand, like, I don't do like the flowers every fucking day. I don't do all that shit. But I do shit like, I don't know, the dishes, or like shovel the fucking sidewalk, or you can do shit around the house. Like, I'm going to check the tires. I'm going to make sure you have air in your tires. I'm going to change oil in your car, or I'm going to I'll get the kids from school today, or I'll make dinner tonight, or it's a fucking team, man. Like, all you got to do is like treat your wife or fiance or girlfriend, whatever, as a teammate. Instead of like, I don't know, your servant, and things seem to go all right. I don't understand that. Why is this such a hard fucking concept for some people?
Guys, I'm gonna give you some rules right quick. Sending a woman a dick pic and then professing your love for her is not the way you're gonna get it. Confessing fucking mad love to a woman and all that stuff right off the bat just because you just fucking think that she's gonna just go for it and shit isn't gonna fucking work. Especially after you've been throwing fucking dick pics at her and stuff. That's not how life doesn't work that way. Life won't ever go that way for you. Us boomers laugh at guys like that. You actually give us an opportunity. Are you really gonna sit there and send dick pics to a chick and then wonder why? Did you know that there's like a fucking Twitter page? You guys don't even realize too we're on Twitter right now. You guys know that there is a Twitter account right now that shows dick pics of individual women. You don't think you think Facebook is the only medium that a dick pic is going to get sent to? Nah. There is a page on there. It's called She Rates Dogs. And this is a Twitter account of a woman that has submissions of dick pics sent to her with names and everything. And she'll flash them out. Hey, look at this individual. Straight up. If you think that you are not going to be freaking, you're going to be You know, you're not going to be oh, I wonder how she's a bitch. What'd you do? I sent her some dick pics and fucking said, what up? I'm like, Jesus, man. I don't know. I fucking stalked her fucking Facebook and started sending her a bunch of fucking messages. And, you know, if a woman asks for a dick pic, then yeah, I got that. You know, fucking A. But women are supposed to be special to begin with. They're not human. They're women. They're not. They're different species. I'm just speaking from my personal view on the way, you know, appointed to the rule of chivalry. She's your fucking queen, dude. You protect her no matter what. Yeah, she's your fucking teammate. Yeah, she's fucking right there beside you. But you're helping her fucking load up some ammo too. You're making sure her weapons are clean. You got to make sure you want to make her feel special by inviting her to the fucking slaughter fest that's going to happen. when the boogaloo hits off, you want to invite your queen, right? You want her to come along. That's all about the respect thing. Guys get fucking pissed off at me when I sit there and say, "That's right, Spanky," and feed her tacos. And that's the thing too. You got to cook. Sorry, man. Men, this is the man minute with Ice and Radar. Bitches love to eat. They want to get fed. Shit, be some domesticated. You know what fucking YouTube has I'm telling you what, YouTube is putting you guys out of business. You guys that don't know how to change tires, you guys that don't know how to fucking clean trucks or guns or whatever, YouTube is putting you out of business. Because what's going to happen is that a woman will be like, hey, honey, can you get this done? Well, I don't know how to do that. The next thing you know, she goes on YouTube and there's another man showing her woman from video how to freaking do something on YouTube, like how to change an oil or how to jumpstart a fucking vehicle or how to clean weapons or how to cook.
Right. The fucking basics. Oh. Yeah, Spanky, if we are hangry, everyone's in trouble.
Right.
But I'm going to say this. I've been pretty, I don't know. My boy knows how to do almost all of the things. Like, I've taught him how to fucking change a tire, change the oil, fucking do dishes, make supper, do laundry, fold laundry, put it away at the same fucking time, not just leave a pile of laundry on the fucking couch and like sort through it like some people do, or a pile of it on the fucking floor. Jesus Christ. But I mean, and I already said respect women, but yeah, you have to be. It's a two-way street. You have to respect each other too.
Right.
And you have to like fucking. It's not just. These guys that the dick pics blow my fucking mind, and I'm not gonna say,
dude.
You know,
I've sent. Look, suggested. You're right. Suggested pictures between people that are already together and already intimate. That's different.
Absolutely.
That's different. Like if you're hanging out and you're like, hey, honey, ooh, you look pretty good, man. I saw you looking weird. You want to show something like that? I'm like, okay, yeah. You get kind of leery for something like that, but you definitely show it. But that's between you. You know, and of course, don't be a dick and be a man. Once the relationship ends, delete the fucking pics.
Mm-hmm.
Delete them. That individual is of no longer your concern. Delete the pics. Be a fucking man. C'est la vie. Gavek. Te que vaya bien. All the different linguistical abilities to say get the hell out and then be done with that individual. Don't be a douche. Save all these fucking pictures, then start dropping pics to everybody and all this other crap. That drives me up the wall too. I'm sorry. I have unfriended and just like literally gotten in arguments, almost fist fights. Guys that have broken up with their women or guys that have gotten bad divorces and shit like that, and they hold that fucking grudge, dude. Stop. Like you were saying, fucking guys that do the dick pic. I'm telling you what. You got, when you send a dick pic, all you're doing is guys like me and Radar are fucking just like falling off the fucking competition when you do that. You guys realize that you're actually setting us up for success. You dick pic senders, please do. Keep sending them. Please keep sending the dick. Because the ones that we're looking for are the ones that are not going to react to it. The ones that we were looking for are the ones going to be like, oh, yeah, disgusting, whatever. Now, of course, obviously the ones that want to jump on it and want to hook up with those guys and all that, they can have them. You're done. See you. Bye. All you can have them, babe. You can't keep them. Keep them. Take on. I'll go move on to the next. I don't understand why it's so hard for guys to not understand that. It's all about the fucking respect. Respect your fucking self, too. And don't be a bitch about shit.
Right. Oh, and there's a reason it's called bumping uglies. Ain't nothing pretty about your dick compared to anyone fucking else's dick.
A dick is a dick, dude. That's what I don't get. I've seen it. I'm saying I watched porn when I was in my younger ages, and I'll be honest with you, a dick is a dick. It's a dick. It is a dick. Women who've had babies or who have seen porn themselves or have had intercourse with other men, you know what they see? Dick. They see dicks. Women judge dicks too, but you know what? That's it. But you're right, dude. It's freaking hilarious. Oh my God. You guys that are getting, I'm gonna get fucking hate mail. You fucking do it? No.
We're gonna get fucking dick pics.
We're gonna get dick pics, yeah. No, I got dick pics. No, I'll admit it. Remember I told you when we had Ender, when we had the gay, we had it on certain time. You know, me and Ender got along pretty good, so everyone thought that me and Ender were like related or like, you know, together, and we're not. So I was getting dick pics. And I was sending them to Ender. I'm like, dude, tell your friends to back off, man. It's fucking I'm not gay, man. Okay, Ice, I'll tell them, you know. It's fucking No, Ender was a great kid. Great fucking, I'm glad, I wish he could come back on, man, but he's doing EMT stuff and all that. But he was, man, great co-host to have on Sergeant's Time. Medic, 75th Ranger Regiment, fucking dude, good Strax, fucking good kid. But I never understood that. I even said, dude, now I know what I felt like women fucking, how women feel like it with that shit. Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know, Spanky. There is a difference between related and together, but in some states, being related and together is the same thing. So I have to kind of like, that's why I kind of laugh about that. Yeah, thank you for that. No, Bailey, please do not send me all the dick pics you have gotten. Please don't. No, because then I will send them to She Rates Dogs.
She Rates Dogs.
I will send her the She Rates Dogs and say, hey, got a friend, check this out. All these dick. I will send them all to She Rates Dogs. I don't, like I said, you guys that send dick pics, you're fucking unsecured. Go for it. Looking hilarious. It just, I swear. So on the Man Minute, you know, on the discussion for a life lesson with men, don't be a douche. Every day it should be, you should be treating your old lady like Valentine's Day. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're going through divorce or you're going through some shit or something like that, you know, that's understandable.
But I'll even say this, and as going through this in the last, fucking 3 months or so with baby mama, you know, drama and shit, it's gone so much easier. Even just, I'm not treating her like we're together, but with respect.
Of course.
Treating her with, you know, as the mother of one of my children,
right?
Treating her correctly and treating her as such, and not bad mouthing her to really anybody. And you know, she had her faults and I had mine, and whatever, and that's acceptable at the end of a relationship. But you don't have to go around bad mouthing somebody. You have to go around bashing somebody because your relationship's over. And if you have a child involved, that is going to do nothing but complicate things for that child. Not for anyone else, not for the other person, not for yourself, anybody. It's going to do harm to that child. And if you care about your child, you can keep your fucking trap shut about the other person, no matter what they did to wrong you, because that child had nothing to do with that. And I'm very thankful that her and I both, I believe anyway, at least me, have been pretty good about not beating the shit out of her verbally to anybody else, you know. Because at the end of the day, that, like I said, it doesn't hurt anybody but them kids, and that ain't right for them. So, I don't know. People go around all the time. Oh, well, she did this and he did that, and blah blah blah. And what's it matter?
Right.
The relationship's over. You ain't gonna fix it, and all it does is make you look like a fool when all you do is badmouth the person who you spent years of your life with, or months of your life with. If she was that horrible a person, you should have bailed immediately.
Right. No, I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, I was just talking about, you know, the manly minute, you know, discussion of having just when we're talking about Valentine's Day, and someone said, what about Valentine's Day? And that was just really the same thing. It's just like, hey, look, this is the whole portion of that. If you have a relationship and you can keep it healthy, and I'm just giving you some advice to do it, then fine. But if you do something to fuck it up, don't call me for advice. Especially if you were the reason why you fucked it up. There are just some things that obviously that you fucked it up. Bam. Okay, fine. However, if it's something that you can come to a mutual agreement to when it comes to your separation, breakup, or whatever, then whatever. But you know, or you've been betrayed, or I got it. Hey, I got it. Trust me. But me and Radar are giving you the tips that when you send a dick pic because Epstein didn't kill himself, you make guys like us look like superstars. You don't sit there and say, I don't understand how come she do a dick pic and you guys do that. Well, you know, we don't send dick pics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't send dick pics.
I don't unless I'm in a relationship with somebody.
All right.
And she has to ask for it too. It's not just like I wake up in the morning, but like, "What's up, girl?
It's like,
what you missing this morning? I'm going to work."
Exactly. A little soldier's at attention, hot, and bam. Thanks. I really wanted to see that. That's intimacy. That's intimacy between you and, you know what I mean. You and your teammate. That's between you two, right? That's the magical moment between you two. There should be no interference with that. Just between you two when it comes to that stuff. But if you're the one that's sending fucking mopey ass fucking messages and dick pics at the same fucking time, and doing like stalking bullshit, then you wonder why you can't get any chicks.
Another good way to keep a chick too is if you've got one, don't be sending dick pics to anyone else either.
You know, that's a good point. That is a good point. Maintain the straight and narrow once you've got one. Once you've got a good one too. Yep. Once you've got a good one, because Epstein didn't kill himself. Epstein's not going to kill your relationship, even though he didn't kill himself either. You got to keep her. You got to keep her.
And make sure that you remind your better half that taxation is theft.
All the time, especially if, when you two are trying to find or trying to go out to the body of water so you can confiscate your freedom devices in the event that the boogaloo happens and they're looking for some stuff. You know what I mean? You never know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just one of those things to where you send the pics. You send them pics. Guaranteed.
And you send them. Yep, you send them pics. Just don't anticipate that she's the only one who's going to see them unless you guys are in a committed shit.
Nope, and nope. Nope, and nope.
Oh, especially if she's got friends or like a sister or something. Everyone's seeing your dick. Everybody's seeing it.
You got to be careful how you send them too. Because if you send a dick pic to somebody and they're with their parents or something like that, imagine if you're hanging out with imagine like that. Yeah, exactly that. Ladies, imagine you're hanging out with your family and you're getting text messages and stuff like that and you have your phone set up. Then the next thing you know, you on your phone, you can have a preview set up on your phone where you have like the image of the message with the message. Have you seen, how you can have your phone set up like that? Could you imagine sitting there having dinner with your family as a lady? Ladies, imagine sitting there hanging with parents or something like that, or hanging out with your folks or whatever, and all of a sudden, a picture comes through.
Or, I don't know how old your kids are, but mine, especially fucking baby Radar, loves playing on my phone. I'll let her get on like 15 minutes after supper or something. You know what I mean? Or maybe like a little bit before bed, like after tub, but before bed or something, Just like, "Oh, Daddy, can I watch videos on your phone?" "Yeah, honey, that's fine. Here, we'll watch a Elmo video together, whatever." And all of a sudden that shit pops up. You want my 3-year-old seeing a picture of your shit? Fucking. And I know plenty. If you're dating a single mom or going after a single mom, chances are baby might got the phone. Don't be sending no pics. Fuck. You don't need no kid seeing your dick pics.
Right, dude.
Oh, there's so many reasons not to, but there's people out there who be like, "It's not going to happen to me." Okay, troop.
Okay, hey, troop. Oh my god. Yeah, because you just imagine sitting like that. Ba-bling. Ladies, just imagine they're having dinner with your family or something like that, and you're just hanging out. And you have your phone sitting up on them, and you're like, "Oh, so how was work today?" Ba-bling, dick. Work is going pretty good. And you're trying to be like, bling, 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 bling. Dick, 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 dick. Oh, Ari, this has been a 20-minute conversation of dick pic talk. Do you know why? Because I, as station manager and host of WTF Nation Radio, and all of us here at WTF Nation Radio, we get complaints about the dick pics. We do. It's hilarious. It's wow. Dick, 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 dick. God. Like I said, man. Look at this. Look at this. Bam, bam, bam. I tell you what, I get a dick pic or a dick pic is sent to me, it's going on She Rate Dogs. Straight up. And then I will screenshot that shit and post it on WTF Nation Radio. it'll be, hey, look. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm serious. I will, if I get a dick pic sent to me by a fan that says, Ice, I need some help. Because, here at WTF Nation Radio and US Army WTF, we provide a service to our listening audience. And if I'm requested, Ice, I need some help. I got some individuals sending me some crazy messages. Will you post this? I sure will. I sure will. Yeah, exactly, Ari. Don't send dick pics to Mom and Minx. I guarantee it. It will. Yeah. Do you know all those dick pics that you guys sent to those two? It gets shared within the station chats, and we are dying. Mm-hmm. We are dying when we see them. No, people were sending me dick pics already when we had a gay co-host. Pay attention, man. I know you're MI and shit. It's a little bit difficult for you to process, but when I had Ender on here, people were sending. But anyways, so yeah, we were dying. We'd share them in the chats. Well, I mean, it would be shared in the chats. After Epstein didn't kill himself, then we would say, "Oh my God, who's this?" And then Mom would be like, "Look at this," and then they would like drop pictures on it and all this other stuff. And then they make comparisons to other stuff. And I tell you what, they can be pretty brutal. And I'm like, please let me send this to She Rates Dogs. And they're like, no. We have the WTF Nation. We have the WTF Nation clause of not, what was it? The non-disclosure. We can't, whatever, unless we are told by someone specifically that it's authorized for release. She Rates Dogs is already in contact with WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments, and we're waiting. It's already been set up. Relationships have been established. We're ready to go. We'll do it. We'll send it. Bam. So you go try your luck. Wow, holy shit! I went from like 35 viewers to like 17. Holy crap!
They're deleting all their dick pics.
Oh my God! Literally, when I said that, I see all the counts going down. Warning! It's like we're playing Division 2. Warning! Dick pic alert. Oh my God. Oh man. So at any rate, again, on Manly Minute with Ice and Radar, she's your queen. No, I mean seriously though, she's your queen. Every day should be an attempt to win her heart, period, once you have her. There should be no treating her like shit. Your bad day, she doesn't want to fucking hear it. She's actually there. No, we're not confirming or denying or any of that to the Army Recruiting. But yeah, that she's there for you. When she asks you how your day went, she might be having a bad day herself. Why don't you ask her how her day went? And why don't you sit down and ask her, hey, you need some help with something like that, or just get something for her like that that she's having a bad day about. Or if you're having a bad day and she sees it and she's asking you, don't fucking haul off on her. I guarantee it. She's there. She's asking because she gives a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going somewhere and she says, be safe, she fucking cares about you, man. She's not doing that because she's being nosy or she's doing whatever. She gives a shit. And don't fucking take that shit for granted. Mm-hmm. Ever. But anyway, okay, well, I guess Bailey's going to send us some dick pics. Wow, that was fast. There, you heard it right now. So if you've ever sent Bailey some dick pics, you are done, son. You are done.
I have it, so I'm good. You guys are good.
Yeah. I'm not sending dick pics. At any rate, holy shit! I just realized it's almost 10 to freaking top of the hour. We're just sitting there blabbing, talking about giving the Manly Minute has turned into the Manly segment. That's what I'm talking about, Radar. That's a good idea. Good idea, Radar.
Mm-hmm. Next week, how to change a tire.
Yeah, next week, next week, how not to have a man digitally show your woman how to change a tire. We will show you how to change a tire, men.
And you can't grow a beard until you learn.
Right? Oh, dude. Oh man, exactly. Oh, yeah. You ain't lying. If you Damn, truth of Army Recruiting. Mark saved from sending cock pics. I said dick pics, not cock pics, because the poultry section's in the next hour. Do you got anything from the freaking from the peanut gallery as far as any guests. Do we know what's going on with guests and stuff like that? Did you pull up any cut sheets? You got any?
Yeah, I got the cut sheet.
Oh, you do? Go ahead. What do we got going on?
No, let me pull it up.
No, go for it. Pull it up.
All right. So the next guest will be on 10 November, which is Sunday. It's Carrie Wilcox from Valor Ranch. Carrie will be on to talk about what they offer women veterans, or what they call SHEROs. SHEROs stands for Serving, Honoring, Empowering, and Restoring Our Esteemed Service Women. Valor Ranch focuses on a holistic approach to empower our nation's female veterans. And then the next guest is 17 November. It'll be Sunday again. Daryl Paul. Firefighter Daryl Paul will be on the show to talk about how he takes fire hoses that have been retired out of service and turns them into American flag displays. And then again, 18 November, which is a Monday, Glenn Banton from Operation Supply Drop. Glenn Banton is the CEO of Operation Supply Drop, a nonprofit chapter-based veteran support ecosystem enhancing lives through community and community engagement. As a leading veteran advocate and entrepreneur, Glenn is also an advisor for the Psych Armor Institute's Bob Woodruff School for Volunteers, an instructor mentor at Bunker Labs, a Google VetNet mentor, executive producer at We Are the Mighty, a commissioned Kentucky colonel, lifetime member of the Academy of United States Veterans, and currently serves as an appointed board member for the Small Business Administration Veterans Business Affairs Committee. And he will be on 18 November on Monday. And those are the only three that I have. So I said our next guest will be on the Marine Corps birthday. Carrie Wilcox will be here.
I don't know anything about that. But I'm just fucking with you. I'm just messing with you. Hey, all right, real quick. One of our friends that is one of our that I know personally as a soldier, and who's also been a guest on WTF Nation Radio, Amuse. You guys, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention what's going on with her. She's undergoing chemotherapy, and she's fighting breast cancer right now. So she sent a message out and said, I know, quote, I know you all probably wondering why isn't she posting all her videos again right now, and I'm putting up as much content as I can because it's surgery time. So if you don't see anything from Sergeant Amuse, that's why. I'm trying to find out my old videos that were removed at one point for you all to enjoy. It's time to kick cancer's ass. Thank you again for being the support, and I'll see you on the other side with bigger girls. Amuse out for now. So currently right now, this is as of she's recovering after her surgery. We just got this from Point of Contact that runs the Amuse page. And the family thanks us all, of course, for the well wishes. And she isn't finished yet. Of course, she'll be on and be able to come on as soon as she can. So to Amuse, hey, our hearts go out to you. We're sending you some good waves and some good positive vibes to you, and hope you get well in recovery. Keep fighting that shit, man. You are rocking it. What a badass fucking non-commissioned officer. She's gonna come back on here. Hopefully we can get her on, shoot the shit. She was gonna come on and talk some stuff, and we were also going to do after my public outing, we were gonna do a joint broadcast together at her place, because I guess she's got some stuff going on. And from what I'm hearing, it might be like USAREC or something like that. I don't know. This rumor has it, but I don't want to fucking spoil the fun. I'll let her fucking say it. But she's got some stuff going on too. But she wants to do a joint hangout with me. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's go do it. So, hey, Sarnt, hang in there. From all of us here at WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments. You got anything for me, Radar?
I don't think so.
All right,
I think
cool.
we're good.
All right. Well, hey, we're going to go ahead and kick it out of here. Thank you all for joining us on this Monday edition. Again, it was just shooting the shit, talking about stuff. And then, of course, with I like that Manly Minute stuff, man. It's like deep thoughts about Manly Men, because Epstein didn't kill himself. Broadcasting live from the WTF Nation Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. This is Ice and Radar. Y'all have a good night, and see you. Shouts. Hey, Private Smedlap, what do you think about this?
You have to go to the White House to find out about that.
Can't be distracted. What's going on with the war? What's wrong with the economy? Stop worrying about that. I got that under control. Just focus on space, nigga. The United States of Space.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Because I ain't stopping at the moon. Write this down. M-A-R-S. Mars, bitches. That's where we are going. Mars. Red Rocks.
Yay, yay. The voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. The voice of U.S. Army WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.